Hello, 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 hello. If you've never seen me before, coin ring maker. Make coins into rings. And we've got something a little new here on TikTok. About a month and a half ago, I added my first coin ring to TikTok shop. That was the steak quarter coin ring. It's been pretty successful. So today we'll be adding this one. This is a 90% silver proof half dollar. I have these from 1992 to 1999 from sizes, I believe, 7 to 14. And if you want to check them out, you can tap the shopping cart down here. But what we're going to do on this live is actually make one. So if you want to hang out and watch that, you're more than welcome. If you have any questions while I work, feel free to put them in the chat. And if you enjoy the live, tap the screen and hit the follow button. All right. We're going to go ahead and get started. The first thing we need to do is punch a hole in the middle of our coin ring. But before we do that, we're going to take a really nice look at this. These are really, I think, one of the most beautiful coin rings that I can make because of the mirror finish on these silver proof halves. They just transition really, really well into rings. The surface here is super pretty on them. The details are super crisp. I just love these. So I'm really glad to be able to put these on the TikTok shop. Let's see how it goes. This is the first day they've been there, so if you want to check them out, tap the little shopping cart down here. Take a look at the listing. Let me know if it looks okay. It's new, so there might be something weird there that I didn't notice. Take a look at it for me. I sure would appreciate it. And yeah, we're going to punch a hole in this. Let's go. I like to put a little bit of blue shop paper towel. Thanks, Double D. So your work ain't bad either, man. Here's our coin. Let's see, I think, yeah, we'll put it heads up. We'll put a little bit of blue shop paper towel on top. So this just helps protect the details of the coin a little bit from the tool I'm using. It keeps them a little sharper, that blue paper towel bit. I'm going to use a 1/2 inch punch. And this tool auto centers the coin right in the middle, which is perfect for coin ring making. Really, really useful tool. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. And check out the shopping cart down here. You can see what this looks like when it's finished. Thanks for watching. There is our center punch. Really pretty cool. I like that eagle. We're going to be making this one pretty small today. 7 3/4. Pretty small for a half dollar. There is our coin so far. Yeah, they're pretty nice, man. I made these keychains. So this doesn't have a keychain on it right now, but imagine it does. It's a keychain, right? And what I do is I put the center punch on the inside there, so you get to keep it. It'll be like a matching set with your ring. I think these are pretty cool. They're 3D printed. It's got the website on there. The back is glow in the dark too. It'll help you find your keys in the dark. Pretty nifty. These come with every order made on TikTok, if anybody was wondering. It's like a TikTok exclusive keychain, right? So if you look on the inside of the coin where we punched it, it's pretty rough and sharp right there. So what I'm going to do is take a deburring tool and cut away that rough edge real quick. Yeah, I think they're pretty cool. I like them. It's looking pretty smooth. Let me use this larger deburring tool to smooth it out just a little bit more. This one doesn't remove a ton of material, but it does leave a really nice finish. So I started using a couple different deburring tools. Woo! Yeah, luckily I've never cut myself with one of these. Like my hands. Try to take care of them. There we go. See if I missed any other comments. Anyone here say it's illegal yet? Nope. This tool is bringing back bad flashbacks. Oh, man. I mean, those blades are serious. They're cutting through metal, man. Hey, if you guys are enjoying this live, tap the screen a couple times. We got 6 likes on this live, which is a little embarrassing. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. If you're not sure what's going on here, this is a 90% silver proof $1/2 from 1998, and we're going to be making this into a ring on this live. Love your ring, wear it daily. Heck yeah. Okay, so as far as the legal question, this is very similar to like penny smashing machines. So there are countries that do forbid like any alteration of their coins. The United States is not one of them. They just kind of forbid fraudulent alterations. So that would be like taking a penny and changing it so it looks like a dime, so it looks like it's worth more, and then trying to spend it and trick somebody. That's against the law. But making coins into jewelry is actually legal, which is pretty cool. I hope that answers your question. All right, so the next step is going to be annealing. This is a process where we're going to heat it up with some fire, and it's going to help soften the metal, make it a little less brittle, and easier to fold and shape. Let me get that set up here. I swear the thing I lose the most is needle nose pliers. I swear I bought like 6 pairs of them in the last year, and I ain't got one. I gotta use these flat ones. I don't want the flat ones. I want my needle nose. I have to go get some more. Those things just walk away, man. Alright, so what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to turn the light off so you can see how I know when I've annealed enough. Because this is an issue who are, like, people first that get into annealing coins, and it's really easy to overdo it. So this is what I do. Turn the lights off here. So right now you can see this is a propane torch. The flame is pretty blue, right? We're going to put our coin in here, and we're just going to kind of move it around, make sure it heats evenly. And what I'm looking for is like heat feedback from the coin. So when it gets hot enough, it'll actually start turning the flame orange color. And it does that right before it starts overheating. So So we want to watch that flame around the coin and look for kind of an orange color. Larger coins take a little bit longer. You can see it turning orange right now, right? Yeah. So that's what I do. I've seen other people use like permanent marker or dry erase marker and wait for it to burn off, and I found that takes a little too long, and you actually end up damaging the surface of the coin. So now I just watch for the flame to change colors. That works pretty well. There's our coin so far, looking sharp. Is altering a coin, coin's a crime. Fraudulently altering coins is a crime in the United States. So an example of that is a while back, like a long while back, they made these nickels, right, with a V on them for 5 cents, right? And what people did, since it didn't technically say 5 cents on it, they made it appear like it was a gold coin, like a $5 gold coin. And that was fraud, and that's against the law. So that's not what I do. But that's like a historical example of what is against the law. This is very similar to like penny smashing machines. You might find it like Six Flags or SeaWorld. They've even got them at national parks and museums. Most Americans have used one in their life at least once, I think. Got a nice first fold on there. Looking good. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. If you'd like to see what this coin ring looks like when it's finished, you can tap the shopping cart down here. And if you're enjoying this live, hit the follow button. Who can't use more followers? I can always use more followers. Right? See, I just need to buy a penny smasher and just like have it here. So like I can use it every time somebody says that what I do is illegal. That would be hilarious. Just pumping out Smash SeaWorld pennies or something. They're pricey though, man. Like several $1,000s for a penny smashing machine. It's wild. But it would be cool. So if anybody's got one, they don't want any more, they want to donate it to me, hit me up. I'll happily take and put to good use any penny smashing machine. Yeah, dude, they're pricey. Even like used ones. They just didn't make very many. And like there's only a couple companies that make them. So they charge what they want. And like most places that get them have custom dies made for the impressions on the pennies. So they kind of, yeah, it's really specialized. Not a lot of people are doing it. I don't know. It's something I've looked into once or twice. How hard is it to own a penny smashing machine? Harder than you think. Well, guys, if anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. If you just joined in here, I'm working on a 90% silver proof half dollar from 1998. And we're making this into a ring today. And you're really going to like how this comes out. They are super pretty. This is not how my dad would make rings out of silver coins. He would tap, tap, tap the edge of the coins. That takes forever. How much are my rings? They range in price depending on the coin I work on. You can find my full shop by going to my profile. These are $150. You can find them by tapping the shopping cart down here. 1953 is going to be either a 90% silver Washington quarter or a Franklin half dollar. I have both. You just need to go through the link in my profile to find them. I don't have them on TikTok yet. I'm slowly adding things here. It's a bit of a process. Like, this is the first day I've actually shown this ring. I do have 1994. Yeah, tap the shopping cart. You should be able to select that year and then just leave a note on what size you need. They're available, I believe, from size 7 to 14 I can do. And if you need a half or quarter size, I can do that as well. Just leave a note. Looking really sharp. Thank you very much for the gifts. The GGs. Thanks a bunch. Alright, so the target size for this one is 7 3/4. And that side is pretty much already there. I am going to stretch it just a little bit to get a bit less of a drastic like funnel shape. But after we correct that a little bit, we'll start reducing it down. So that's mostly what we need to do, is make this smaller. Yeah, dude, these come out really nice. I think these are probably the prettiest coin ring I can make. Just because of like the mirror finish on them. They're really pretty. Don't mind my whole workshop shaking. Do I make pinky rings size 7? Yeah, I can do quarters or like a mercury dime. That's a 90% silver coin ring. I can make size 7 for your pinky. I don't have a good looking finish one on hand here. But yeah, you'll need to go through the link in my profile to find those. Here's one. Sorry. Yeah, this one I cut off center. So your band would be the same thickness all the way through. This was a mistake. But they make pretty good little pinky rings. They're cute. That's what I would recommend. If you want something a little thicker, a quarter's always good. Okay, so now it's not so drastic. It's still got a pretty sharp incline, but we're going to start reducing it and fixing the size. Looks good. Got my Texas quarter ring. Love it. Heck yeah, man. Make sure to leave a review. If anybody on here has got a coin ring for me here on TikTok and not left a review yet, make sure to do that. It's super helpful. Alright, so every time we bend and shape and stretch this metal, it work hardens. So before we change the shape of it anymore, I'm going to go ahead and anneal it one more time. While I do this, you'll tap on the shopping cart. More people that have that open, the more people TikTok sends in here. It's usually about like 10 more viewers for everybody who taps on it. So 10 of you opened it at the same time. We'd probably get 100 more people in here. Super easy way to help me out. Just check out the product for 10 seconds. I sure would appreciate it. Also, if anything on that listing looks weird, please let me know. It's a new listing. I'm the only person who works for my business, so sometimes I miss stuff. So if anything there looks weird, please let me know. I'd like to get ahead of it before a ton of people see it. Thanks. Hit with the follow. Heck yeah. Grab a 94 once you get your ring sized. All right, I do recommend visiting a jewelry store to get sized. That's going to be the most accurate option, and then your ring's going to fit nice and comfortably. There's like a lot of dumb ways to get your ring sized. Don't do that. Go to a jewelry store. Should be free, and it'll be more accurate. And then you'll like your ring more, and I'll be happy too. Yeah. All right, so we're going to start reducing this now, which is going to make it smaller and give it a better shape. But to protect it from the tool we're going to use, I'm going to wrap it with some PTFE tape. This is like plumbing tape. Blue Monster is a really tough brand of this plumbing tape. And this is just going to make a nice barrier between the tool and the ring itself, and it helps protect the details, keeps them nice and crisp. They're already so pretty. Let's not mess them up, right? Was going to go to the jewelry section of Walmart. That's not the worst idea, but like if you can make it to an actual jewelry store, they're going to give you a better size. Like being off like just like half or one size is a huge difference as far as how comfortable your ring is going to be. At least in my experience, that's how I've seen it to be. So I think it's worth the time. If you want to wear this thing, looking for a 1958 Texas quarter. Do I have one available? So I have two options for Texas quarters. I have copper clad and 90% silver. Unfortunately, they were only made in 2004, so you can't really pick a year for the state quarters. They only made them for 1 year each. I do also have other options for 1958. I have 90% silver quarters and 90% silver half dollars. You can find all four of those through the link in my profile. I seen their half sizes and was thrown off. Yeah, it even goes down to quarter sizes. Like this one's supposed to be 7 3/4. Like if you know your ring size down to the quarter, you know what's up. Trying to find the right size die. This one's not bad, but it doesn't have a whole ton of play. You see what I'm digging through is this bag of dies over here. I am the most organized ring maker ever. Alright, that's not bad. We'll go with this one. I've been making coin rings for 4 years. Pretty much every day. Not what I intended to do. I saw one guy make a quarter into a ring on YouTube. Looked like a fun afternoon project. And pretty much became hooked and built an entire business on it. Quit my job. Started doing it on TikTok. And here we are. It's pretty wild. But I like it. It's fun. So we got it pretty much to the bottom of the die there. Looking much smaller. Right? I've always wanted to work for myself and start my own business. I didn't think I'd be making jewelry on the internet. But hey, if it works, work it. So what I did was flip it over. So we reduced one side, got it nice and small, but it was still kind of cone shaped. So I flipped it over. We're going to reduce the other side. Take this tape off and see how she's looking. Okay, I'm actually gonna reduce this side again. That's the first side we reduced. Sometimes when you push on one, the other side kind of flares back out. So just to even it up, because I can like visibly see the difference. I really love this tape. Like, it's really good at protecting detail on the coin rings, but it is hard to remove sometimes. So while I fight with this, y'all tap the shopping cart down there, check out what these look like when they're finished. I think they're one of my more beautiful coin rings. Have them in 1992 to 1999. Wide range of sizes. If you have any questions, let me know. And these are 90% silver proof coins, so they're directly from the US Mint. Very nice. Pretty coins. Got a bit of a funky shape, but that's okay. Probably still way too big anyways. Yep, got it at a size 9. So what I'm going to do right now is, if you look on the inside of the ring, you can see a bit of a lip or raised metal right on the inside edge right here. What I'm going to do while this is still kind of big is cut that away. Get rid of it. If anybody has any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching. So these are 90% silver proof coins. You can only get them from proof sets. So these are produced from the mint, like basically for collectors. So they aren't meant for circulation, but they do exist. What years did I say I have on hand? You can see all the years if you just tap on the shopping cart. It's from 1992 to 1999 for this specific coin ring. But I work on a lot of different coins. So if you want to see the full range, you can tap the link in my profile. Is American Silver Eagle large enough to make a men's 14? I can make a men's 14 with a $50, $1, or an American Silver Eagle. So if you don't want to go so big on the band, because American Silver Eagles are thick. I guess that's a lot of ring right there. Whereas, let me see. So this is like a finished $50. And then, let me see. I don't think it has $1 on here. Well, yeah. This is an older piece dollar. But you can see the thickness difference for each one. You got $50, dollar, American Silver Eagle. Yeah. Thanks. I don't want to hear any more about it, man. Especially while I'm doing it. You can hush. I feel bad for you, but I don't want to hear about it. We got most of it. Still just a little bit left. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and anneal this again. It has been through pretty drastic change in size and shape. It actually makes it softer. Alright, now counterintuitively, we need to make this smaller. So, we're going to stretch it And that's mostly because it's got a bit of a butt on it. You can see this kind of whoop right there. I just want to straighten that out. And the best way to do that is to stretch it a little bit. Working on that butt. Now it's more of kind of a uniform slant. You probably stretch it a little bit more. Much better. All right. So, I'm going to throw some tape on it and reduce her again. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. If you'd like to see what this coin ring looks like when it's finished, or you want to get yourself one, tap the shopping cart at the bottom of the screen. This is pretty much new to TikTok today. So if you want to be the first one to get one, tap that shopping cart. Let's go. We're going to start again with the same die we used last time, because we did stretch it out a little bit. From there, we can go to a bit of a smaller die. If I can find the one that I want. Nope. Interesting. It's not gonna work. Where do I get the coins? Mostly from eBay, sometimes directly from the US Mint. But mostly from eBay. You gotta be a little careful buying coins on eBay. Like if the price is too good to be true, it probably is. So you need to kind of know the value of the coins that you're getting. If that makes sense. But I've never been to a coin shop, which is pretty nuts. Like, I should go to a coin shop. I mean, it is 90% silver. These are kind of rarer coins to resource, and to like have such an inventory available, like where you can pick so many years, is pretty expensive. Also, running a business is expensive. Dang old tax man, don't make it easy. So what happened here is I used the side of a pusher that was too small, and it slipped inside the ring. You can see where it kind of marred on each side, which made this go a little sideways. We gotta stretch it out to fix that sidewaysness. No, it's the same price if you provide the coin. You're okay. Did I miss your question? You have to have knowledge, which I don't. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Let's try this again without messing it up. I think the smaller side of that pusher might be done for. Shame. Yeah, this is plumbing tape. It's a bit tougher than the average plumbing tape. It's called Blue Monster. But yeah, it's plumbing tape. Sometimes your ring will get stuck in your die. You got to get something softer than the metal you're working on to knock it out. I used to have a piece of wood. My kid stole it. Bam. If you use something harder than your ring, it'll scratch it up, and you don't want that to happen. We're slowly getting it smaller and smaller. It's still around a size 9, so we got a ways to go. All right. Yeah. Perfect. It's getting nice and cute and tiny now. Look at that. Probably way too small. Yep. Got a little under a size 6. It's pretty cute though. Show my pinky. Pretty cute. Yeah, that's what I hear. Well, let's be careful. Got it to a 7. Let's nail it. Seven and 3/4. Pretty close. It's looking pretty cool. little past 7.5. We'll probably take this to about 8.25, and then fix the shape of it. Yep, about 8.25. Really close. Hello, hello. 7.5. Seven and a half of a half. I'm back. I have returned. Seven and 3/4. Let's go. Now, just to give it a little bit of a better shape, I'm going to do some tricksy stuff. We're going to flare out this cut edge just a little bit. Just a little bit. Right? Then we're going to reduce it. That should give us a really nice ring shape. Half of a half. You're right. That would have been 1/4. That looks good. Alright, now we get to do my favorite part, which is where we make this nice and shiny again. Let's go. We're going to style this nice and shiny again. Let's go. We're going to style